Morning, Denise.
Hey, so you bought yourself another car. Really red.
Yeah, well, being a famous race driver does have its perks. Say, I'm sorry I didn't come and see you yesterday. It wasn't my fault, you know.
What do you mean?
Well, the 5 cars in front of me just wrecked, caught me up with them.
I know, it was just a racing accident. But that's not why I wanted to see you. It's some of your off-track escapades and the effect it's having on our sponsors.
Come on, Denise, my life's my own. What I decided to do off the track is nobody's business but mine.
Fair enough, Mr. Viagra, but you cannot go racing without corporate sponsorship. They pay the bills.
You know, I had no idea who she was, and when I found out the damage was done, I tried to walk away.
But you didn't walk away, did you? You went back to see her again, and then you had your picture taken.
Oh, at that point in time, I figured what's done is done.
She's a senator's daughter, Craig. She's young enough to be your daughter.
Hey, look, at first I didn't know. And you know, I didn't go back to see her just to have a good time. She was hurting, and I figured I could help.
Yeah, I know you've done a lot of good things for people, Craig, but this isn't one of them. The senator's screaming for an investigation, and the sponsors want your head on a platter.
So, the fact that I've won more races than any other active driver and made the sponsors millions of dollars doesn't count for much.
It's an image thing, Craig. You know that. Sponsors can't have their name associated with any kind of scandal.
Scandal? A few minutes ago was just an off-the-track escapade. You know, I'm getting awfully tired of those people dictating morals to me. I'm sure the shareholders would love to hear some of the stories I could tell.
Good plan, Craig. Like the hand that feeds you. But I have an entire racing team to worry about, and I can't sacrifice them because you can't keep your pants zipped up.
Well, you didn't seem to mind when it was you unzipping them.
This isn't about you and me, Craig.
I think it is. I think you're just mad that somebody else is drinking from your well. You know, in the past, Denise, you'd never let the sponsors dictate to you like this.
You arrogant, egotistical, self-centered
race driver. Thank you. Now look, darling, you're the one that called things off, remember? Dating that corporate lawyer type from Brooklyn. And as I recall, he was married and had 4 kids.
That was strictly business. It was for the good of the team.
Well, I understand. For Queen and Country and all that, right?
God, you really can be an asshole, can't you?
Yeah, but I'm your kind of asshole.
Well, not anymore, you're not. You're fired. I want you off the team.
You can't fire me, darling. You can buy me out, but that's going to cost you. How about if I just promise to be a good boy?
I can fire you. You have a morals clause in your contract, which you have violated. I don't have to pay you a cent. Now I want you off the team.
You better take a closer look at that contract. That clause has to do with me becoming a communist or threatening to overthrow the government or something like that. It has absolutely nothing to do with my off-the-track activities. But seeing as how you fired me, I'll go quietly. Hell, I always wanted to race for Joe Gibbs Racing anyway.
You set this up. You couldn't quit because you have a non-competition clause in your contract. But if you get me to fire you, then you're a free agent and you can go race for any team you want. Very clever. Do the boss. Take her money and then go race for another team with even more money.
Hi, baby. Hey, I'll be there in a couple of minutes, okay? All right, see you then.
This isn't over. Nobody heard me fire you.
Well, in that case, I'll bring the senator's daughter to the next race.
You're a real piece of work. You know that?